Hey everyone, welcome to today's exciting tale. Get ready to witness a hilarious twist. He glanced at his phone, and suddenly his suitcase took off like a mischievous child, rolling down the hill. He saw clothes scattered everywhere and had the audacity to blame the guy for not watching the road. What a character. He completely ignored the woman's indifference, and faced with such a cheesy pick-up line, she chose to pretend he didn't exist. Hilarious. She hastily tried to leave, not realizing she'd be forced back to the countryside. What a twist. It's the slick-talking guy who's about to turn her life upside down. What an unexpected mess. Anne returned to her country home, greeted by a gift from heaven on her first night. She's got work to do. While checking if the windows needed reinforcement, she saw a guy outside setting up a tent. Oh no! It's the same guy who wrecked her suitcase that day. Jack marveled at fate when his tent was whisked away by the wind. What a comedy. Although her initial impression of him wasn't favorable, Anne still couldn't resist the urge to lend a helping hand, only to find herself entangled once again in a comical fiasco. The entire sequence is just too hilarious. All of this was just Jack's clever strategy. Their encounter was no coincidence. Someone was pulling the strings. Just back in the countryside, Anne learned her brother's plan to sell her land, and she was furious. She showed up just in time to halt the sale, a true heroine. The woman handling the transaction was none other than Jack's sister, and she roped him in to help. What a ridiculous. She wanted to buy the land and build a house, but asking her brother for help. That's just a big joke. Jack may seem like a loser, but when it comes to wooing women, he's a pro. What a rare comedic character. His sister tasked him with persuading Anne to sell the land within a deadline, and upon hearing that, Jack couldn't help but find life a bit humorous. Jack had no clue that woman was his sister's target, and when he realized it was Anne, his expression was priceless. Upon hearing Anne's unsolicited invitation, Jack was utterly taken aback. It was truly an unexpected and hilarious moment. Anne only wanted to change her soaked clothes, but Jack misunderstood. What a humorous mix-up. He spun a web of excuses that made him sound like a comedic clown. Anne reluctantly took Jack in, thinking that romance should never be rushed. What a wise decision. In the middle of the night, when she stepped out to use the bathroom, she spotted two suspicious figures outside uninvited guests. It was the perfect chance to win Anne's favor. Suddenly, Anne was jolted awake and witnessed the whole scene. What are you guys doing? That's not me, so who is it? Dog. Woman. You lost your stuff, hurry and get it back. Jack got kicked out due to the misunderstanding. What a twist. Someone else took the fall for him. Anne's brothers had caught wind of her plans and were ready to interfere. Classic villain behavior. They planned to steal the beehives to make Anne abandon her plans of going back to the city, but Jack thwarted their scheme. What a rat. They intended to crush Anne's spirit, but ended up ruining their own plan. It's like flood drowning a drunken temple. Three villains messing each other up. It's a tragic comedy. The brothers weren't done yet. They plotted a new scheme that was utterly ridiculous. They argued that they would employ American technology to completely ruin Anne. It's absolutely hilarious. They ran into an unhappy Jack at the tavern, talk about a serendipitous encounter. Jack was having a drink with the locals while the brothers planned to reel him in. It's like a cheesy country drama. They kept looking for a lead related to their sister, but it turned into a laughable mess. Jack recognized them as the thieves from that night, leaving the brothers in a confusing mix of anger and admiration. What an odd situation. They were furious at first, but seeing him cozy at their sister's place made them want to laugh. They started collaborating on a new plan, and their serious expressions were so amusing it made you want to double over with laughter. They went to bribe the locals, and when Anne arrived only to find everything gone, it was absolutely hilarious. Why is nothing left? Nothing. We sold everything. They ran around town chasing benefits, but Anne ended up with nothing. Oh boy, talk about a twisted fate. Suddenly, Jack appeared and instantly won everyone over. Talk about a mood booster. Where did these grapes come from? Do you like them? No way, not at all. Although she said she didn't like them, Anne's attitude suggested otherwise. What an interesting turn of events. She saw Jack helping to patch the roof and immediately went on high alert. I simply can't allow you to mess with these beautiful things. Jack comfortably turned around with a smile. No one's here yet. This feels nice. Want me to do anything for you? Sure, grab the shovel. Let's get to work together. Hearing the noise, Anne peeked in, her lips unconsciously curling up. Clearly, she had a new scheme brewing.